Welcome to Acme Metal's Coke Oven Division. These Coke batteries turn coal into coke, which fuels the iron-making process. Making coke is the first step in providing our customers with high-quality Acme steel products. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to coke battery operations and show you the various jobs in the sequence, highlighting some of the major responsibilities and safety considerations of each job. At Acme, the total quality improvement process guides all of our operations. Improving the quality of our products and processes with TQI is a continuous process. Through various participation activities, you'll become an important part of the TQI process here at the batteries. That philosophy is spelled out in our mission statement. Acme Metals Incorporated is committed to providing high-quality products and services which totally satisfy the needs of our customer. Customer satisfaction, both internal and external, will be achieved by implementing a continuous quality improvement process that applies to all of our business activities. Well-trained, informed, involved, and committed employees who have been provided with the necessary tools, equipment, and other resources will implement the process. Our ultimate objective is continuous improvement and perfection in all products and services delivered by Acme Metals Incorporated. In this program, you'll see job overviews of the pusher machine operator, door machine operator, Larry car operator, quench car operator, lidman, door cleaner, heater and heater helper, and patcher. At the beginning of each shift, the crew attends a short meeting to discuss the status of battery operations since the last shift, go over the day's work schedule, and cover any needed safety-related topics. The pusher machine operator is responsible for pushing finished coke into the quench car and leveling newly charged ovens. This involves traveling up and down the batteries, removing and cleaning doors and jams, and spotting up for pushes and leveling. When it's time to push an oven, the door is removed and the operator cleans the top section, being careful to avoid damage to the knife edge sealing strip. After a signal from the door machine operator on the coke side, the oven is pushed. He then spots up to clean the jam. When the door cleaner signals, the operator engages the hydraulic jam cleaner. The oven door is replaced, and the operator moves back to the last oven pushed for leveling. The leveling bar knocks off any coal peaks in the oven that could restrict gas circulation. The door machine operator travels the coke side of the batteries, taking off doors and spotting up the coke guide for pushes. When the guide is in place, the operator checks to be sure the quench car is ready to accept hot coke and calls for the push. The operator assists in cleaning the door, being careful to avoid damage to the knife edge seal. After the push, the operator spots up to clean the jam, always aware of the door cleaner's position. After the door cleaner has cleaned up any scrap, the door is replaced and the operator moves to the next oven to be pushed. The Larry car operator receives blended, crushed coal from the coal bins and delivers it to the oven to be charged. After spotting on the oven and dropping the sleeves over the charging holes, the operator cleans the riser cap. Again, care is taken when cleaning around the seal. The operator inspects the uptake and gooseneck to see that no obstructions are present. The cap is then closed and seated. To charge the oven, the two outside hoppers are emptied and about half of the center hopper. The pusher operator is then called to level the oven. As the bar goes in, the rest of the center hopper is emptied. After leveling, the sleeves are raised on the car and the lids replaced over the charging holes. The operator travels back to the coal bins for another load. The quench car operator spots up to the coke guides and signals the door machine operator when ready to receive the push. The car travels slowly to catch the load as evenly as possible. The operator then travels to the quench station and activates the quench cycle from inside the cab. The finished coke is dumped on the coke wharf as the car moves to the next oven to be pushed. The lidman works on the battery topside and is responsible for removing and sealing oven lids during charging and inspecting and cleaning standpipes and goosenecks. After checking the schedule for the next pushing series, various jobs are performed to prepare the ovens for pushing and charging. The lidman takes the oven off the gas main by lowering the damper. Side steam is inserted into the standpipe. The riser cap is raised and the seal on the lids is broken. The gooseneck is inspected as it's cleaned with the disc. The lidman moves it back and forth, going all the way to the damper. The lidman then goes up to the gas main to visually inspect the uptake. An air lance is used to remove any restrictions from the uptake. The lidman then removes the steam jet plug. The opening is reamed to remove any blockage. Before the Larry car arrives, the lids are removed and the charging holes are inspected for any restrictions that would cause a poor seal. If necessary, they're chipped off prior to the charge. To set the U-tube to control emissions during charging, the lidman first puts steam on an adjacent oven. Then the fourth lids are removed from that oven and the oven to be charged and the holes inspected. The U-tube is positioned over the holes. Emissions from the charging oven are channeled through the tube into the adjacent assist oven instead of being released into the air. When charging is complete, the lids are replaced as the drop sleeves are raised. Then the lids are opened one at a time as the lidman sweeps any spillage from around the charging holes. All of the lids are sealed with a slurry to prevent emissions. The steam is removed from both the assist and freshly charged ovens, and the process is repeated for the next oven to be charged. The pusher side door cleaner is responsible for cleaning oven doors and sills and cleaning up any spillage from the push. To begin, the door cleaner observes the door being removed by the pusher machine. When it is in the retracted position, the safety switches are turned off, the hydraulic switch and pusher travel switch. This locks out any potential movement by the pusher machine until the door cleaner is in the clear. Then the lower portion of the door is cleaned. Care is taken to prevent damage to the knife edge seal. The door cleaner works on the opposite side of the door from the pusher machine operator who is overhead to avoid being contacted by any hot carbon falling to the bench. Scrap from the cleaning operation is swept in front of the oven. After the ram has been retracted, the door cleaner puts any spillage from the push and debris from the cleaning operation back into the oven, so the pusher can spot up to clean the jam. Any scrap that falls on the sill or bench is put into the oven. The pusher then spots up to replace the door. On the door cleaner's signal, the door is replaced and the pusher travels to the next oven to be pushed. The Coke side door cleaner stands in the clear as the door is removed. When it's fully retracted, the door cleaner goes to the upper level to clean the top section. Then the bottom section is cleaned. Again, care is taken to prevent damage to the knife edge seal. After the push, the jam is cleaned. Any scrap on the bench or sill is put back into the oven. Then the signal is given to the door machine operator to replace the door. This operation is repeated for the next oven to be pushed. One of the duties of the heater and heater helper is to record the wall temperatures of the ovens on every shift. This involves removing the port plugs and recording temperatures with an optical pyrometer. They're also responsible for cleaning the metering pins in the basement. After locking out the reverse machine, the pins are cleaned to prevent any blockage to the gas flow. Also, the heater and heater helper are responsible for monitoring the charts in the basement control room and overseeing the entire heating system for the ovens. Patchers are responsible for maintaining all the brickwork on the batteries. This involves mixing slurry and operating a variety of hand and power tools and lifts. To ensure a safe work area for patching requires good communication with battery operating crews and oven supervision. During your first few months on the battery, you'll wear a hard hat with red stripes, signifying that you're new to battery operations. This alerts all battery personnel to take extra care when it comes to your personal safety during operations. You must wear all the required safety equipment on the battery and make sure all issued equipment is usable. Acme wants your stay on the battery to be a safe one, that you go home after your shift as uninjured as you arrived. As we said earlier, you are an important element in the quality of our operations. Your participation in our total quality improvement process is vital as we continuously improve our process and product. Welcome to Acme's Coke Oven Division.